There's a cup on your desk, maybe filled with coffee or tea. But have you ever stopped to wonder how that cup made its journey from a lump of earth to something you hold every day? The transformation of raw clay into finished pottery is a story as old as civilization itself. A blend of chemistry, patience, skill, and a little bit of luck. And though we see the final product everywhere, most of us have never watched these steps unfold. So, what really happens between the muddy beginnings and the glossy finish? Let's trace the ceramic journey, one stage at a time, from clay to cup. First, clay isn't just any ordinary dirt. It's a unique material, formed from the breakdown of rocks over thousands, sometimes millions of years. Clay particles are microscopic, almost dust-like, but when moistened, they stick together, pliable and malleable, a dream for anyone who shapes with their hands. Early potters would have sourced this raw clay from riverbeds or pits, kneading out stones and organic debris. Today, many studios get pre-processed clay, but the essence remains. Without pure clay, the process can't start. The core secret here is in the consistency. Too wet and your work collapses. Too dry and it crumbles. There's a comforting symbolism here. Success is usually found by balancing opposing forces. Once the clay is ready, it's time for the wheel. The pottery wheel, still spun by foot in many workshops, allows for remarkable symmetry. The potter takes the prepared clay and slams it down in the center, moistening their hands. With practiced movements, they force the spinning lump upwards. This is called throwing. It's mesmerizing, a dance between hand and wheel, tension and release. Think about what's happening on a microscopic level. The spinning stretches the clay's plate-shaped particles, aligning and layering them so the walls strengthen as they thin. It's physical, yes, but also a practice in concentration and a test of patience. Distractions and the pot wobbles. Push too forcefully and collapse is inevitable. At the same time, mistakes here are rarely wasted. You can always squish a failed attempt and start again. There's an echo, maybe, of life's second chances baked into the clay. After the desired shape emerges, a cup in our case, the clay's journey continues, but at a slower pace. The cup must dry to a leather-hard state. This is firmer than wet clay, but still soft enough to carve or reshape details. Now's the time for refining. Maybe the potter trims the base, attaches a handle, or etches a personal touch into the surface. There's a line from the Tao Te Ching. We mold clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that makes the vessel useful. This pause between forming and firing is a kind of emptiness. The cup isn't finished, but it's no longer formless either. A threshold state and one of the most critical. Dry too quickly, and cracks form. Wait too long, and the clay gets too hard to work. In pottery, timing is everything. Next comes the first firing, the bisque firing. Until now, our cup is still just dried mud. It would dissolve if you filled it with water. Bisque firing strengthens the clay. In kilns, reaching temperatures upwards of 900 to 1,000 degrees Celsius, water trapped among the clay particles is forced out. The minerals undergo chemical changes, and solid bonds form. This process irreversibly transforms the clay into ceramic material, a crucial alchemical leap. Remember, for thousands of years, people used wood-fired kilns, feeding flames all day and night to coax the right temperature. Today, electric or gas kilns are more common, allowing for precision. But at its heart, firing is both science and suspense. If the temperature rises too fast, pots can explode from trapped steam. If too slow, the structure might be weak or underfired. Sometimes, after hours of anticipation, opening a cooled kiln feels a little like opening a present, or maybe a letter from the past. What will you find? After the bisque firing, the cup has changed color and texture. It's hard, but still porous, able to absorb liquid. This is where glaze comes in. Glaze is essentially glass in liquid form, made from a blend of powdered minerals, silica, and colorants. Sometimes it's applied by dipping, sometimes by brushing or spraying. The potter's intention, matte or glossy, solid or streaked, vibrant or muted, guides the recipe and application. There's a kind of poetry to glaze. Before firing, glazes are often dull, chalky, sometimes even unappealing. It's only in the fire that their true nature is revealed. When the kiln roars to 1200 degrees Celsius or higher, the glaze melts, flowing over the ceramic in unpredictable ways. Some glazes pool thick where the cup curves, others run thin on sharp edges. The final result can surprise even the most experienced artisans. That sense of unpredictability is part of the magic. The pottery process forces the maker to surrender, at least a little, to the elements. Fire, chemistry, and time are unpredictable partners. A quote from Rainer Maria Rilke comes to mind: "The only journey is the one within." Pottery is a literal journey, a transformation through stages that mirror persistence, risk, and sometimes surrender. After a second firing, the glaze has matured into a glossy, food-safe shield. At last, the cup looks like something you'd actually want to drink from. But even now, each cup is unique. No two will be identical. Glaze flows and kiln placement cause subtle differences in color, texture, and sheen. That blend of intention and accident is one reason handmade pottery remains so valued. Now, think of the many hands involved before you ever lift that cup. The potter shapes and checks for flaws. The glazer selects colors, intent on harmony. Sometimes pieces are sanded, footed, or decorated after firing, an entire chain of skill and attention, all to get a single, simple vessel right. So next time you pick up a mug, pause for a second. You're holding the story of water and earth, pressure and patience, heat and transformation. In one way, you're touching millions of years of geology and thousands of years of human tradition. Every step, finding clay, shaping, drying, firing, glazing, firing again, involves trial, error, and adaptation. The process hasn't changed all that much since the first humans experimented with mud and fire. And every finished piece is both a record of those steps and, at least a little, a record of the person who made it. Philosophers have long argued that it's not just the object that matters, but the process itself. The transformations along the way are just as important as the final form. Like pottery, our experiences shape and strengthen us through force, patience, timing, and sometimes the unexpected. There's another passage worth considering. For we are the clay, and you are our potter. We are all the work of your hand. The metaphor runs deep. Shaping pottery is an act of creation, but it's also an act of acceptance. You influence your materials, but you never control them completely. It's no wonder pottery has shown up in so many cultures, not just as a craft, but as a symbol of transformation, persistence, and the beauty that can arise from imperfection. And the process isn't over just because the cup is finished. Over time, as you use it, the glaze may craze, chips may appear, and the surface may develop a unique patina. The cup continues to change, reflecting both its history and its journey with you. So, from a humble lump of clay to a finished cup, what have we really learned? The stages, preparing, shaping, drying, firing, glazing, are practical steps, yes, but also reminders, that creation demands patience, that mistakes can be recycled, that skill develops through repetition and curiosity, and that, sometimes, the most beautiful results aren't entirely in our hands. Next time you hold a handmade cup, look for the story in its curves, its colors, its tiny imperfections. You're not just holding an object, you're bearing witness to an ancient process. And if you ever try shaping clay yourself, remember, the journey matters as much as the destination. And maybe, just maybe, there's a little of the potter in all of us. It's a unique material, formed from the breakdown of rocks over thousands, sometimes millions, of years. Today, many studios get pre-processed clay, but the essence remains. Without pure clay, the process can't start. The core secret here is in the consistency. Too wet and your work collapses. Too dry and it crumbles. There's a comforting symbolism here. Success is usually found by balancing opposing forces. The pottery wheel, still spun by foot in many workshops, allows for remarkable symmetry. The potter takes the prepared clay and slams it down in the center, moistening their hands. With practiced movements, they force the spinning lump upwards. This is called throwing. It's mesmerizing, a dance between hand and wheel, tension and release. The spinning stretches the clay's plate-shaped particles, aligning and layering them so the walls strengthen as they thin. It's physical, yes, but also a practice in concentration and a test of patience. Distractions and the pot wobbles. Push too forcefully and collapse is inevitable. At the same time, mistakes here are rarely wasted. You can always squish a failed attempt and start again. There's an echo, maybe, of life's second chances baked into the clay. The cup must dry to a leather-hard state. This is firmer than wet clay, but still soft enough to carve or reshape details. Now's the time for refining. Maybe the potter trims the base, attaches a handle, or etches a personal touch into the surface. Dry too quickly and cracks form. Wait too long and the clay gets too hard to work. In pottery, timing is everything. Until now, our cup is still just dried mud. It would dissolve if you filled it with water. Bisque firing strengthens the clay. In kilns reaching temperatures upwards of 900 to 1,000 degrees Celsius, water trapped among the clay particles is forced out. The minerals undergo chemical changes, and solid bonds form. This process irreversibly transforms the clay into ceramic material, a crucial alchemical leap.